Welcome to Domain 1, General Security Concepts. This domain lays the foundation for everything else you'll learn in the Security Plus exam. It has 4 key sections. The first one is Compare and contrast various types of security controls. The second one is Summarize fundamental security concepts. The third one is Explain the importance of change management processes and the impact to security. And the fourth one is Explain the importance of using appropriate cryptographic solutions. Let's begin with Section 1.1, Compare and contrast various types of security controls. In this section, we'll focus on 2 things: categories of controls and types of controls. First, categories describe what kind of control it is and where it fits in your security strategy. The main categories are technical, implemented through technology; managerial, defined through policy and oversight; operational, carried out by people and processes; physical and focused on barriers or equipment in the real world. Next, we have the types of controls, which answer a different question. What is this control meant to do? Types of controls include preventive, stops something from happening; deterrent, discourages or warns; detective, identifies that something happened; corrective, fixes the issue after detection; compensating, provides an alternative when standard controls aren't possible; directive, guides or enforces specific behavior. Now here's the key. A single control can belong to one category, but fit into multiple types depending on how it's used. For example, a firewall is a technical control, but it may be preventive when it blocks malicious traffic; detective if it logs and alerts on suspicious activity; and corrective when it's reconfigured after a breach. Another example, security awareness training. It's an operational control because it's implemented by people. So always ask these 2 questions. What kind of control is it? That's the category. What does it do? That's the type. Understanding both helps you describe controls clearly and apply them effectively in real-world scenarios and on the Security Plus exam. Let's take a closer look at some real-world examples of security controls and see how they fit into both a category and a type. Technical controls. These are implemented through technology. Firewall. A firewall is a security control. We're talking about both the category and the type of control here. Firewall falls under the technical category because it's implemented using software or hardware. But what type of control is it? Well, it depends on how it's being used. It can be preventive because it blocks unwanted traffic. It can also be detective if it's used to log suspicious activity, and in some cases it can be corrective if it's reconfigured after an attack to restore proper operation. Antivirus software. Antivirus software is also a technical control because it uses technology to perform its function. The type of control it represents can be detective when it scans and identifies malware, and also corrective when it quarantines or removes a threat from the system. Encryption. Encryption is another technical control. Its type is typically preventive because it protects data from unauthorized access, whether it's in transit or at rest. Multi-factor authentication, MFA. MFA also falls under the technical category. Its type is preventive, since it adds an extra layer of security that helps block unauthorized access. Managerial controls. These are defined through policy and oversight. Security policy. A security policy is a managerial control. As a type of control, it can be directive because it sets expectations for behavior and security practices. It may also be preventive, since it helps guide user behavior and prevent mistakes. Risk assessment reports. These are also managerial controls. They are often detective because they help identify risks in an environment, but they're also preventive when used to avoid future issues. Audit planning. Audit planning is another managerial control. It can be detective because it's designed to uncover non-compliance, and it's directive because it outlines how audits should be conducted. Operational controls. These are carried out by people and processes. Security awareness training. This is an operational control. It's preventive because it helps users avoid risky behavior, and it's also directive because it teaches correct actions and responses. Incident response procedures. These fall under operational as well. They are corrective because they help mitigate damage when a security incident occurs, and detective because part of the process is identifying what went wrong. Background checks. These are also operational controls. They can be preventive, helping avoid hiring someone with a risky history, and they can be deterrent by discouraging dishonesty during recruitment. Physical controls. These are focused on real-world barriers or equipment. Security cameras, CCTV. CCTV is a physical control. Its type can be detective since it records activity, and also deterrent because the presence of cameras alone can discourage intruders. Security guards. Security guards are another physical control. They can be preventive if they stop an intrusion from happening, detective if they observe and report incidents, and deterrent simply by being present and visible. Locked doors or turnstiles. These are clearly physical controls. Their type is preventive because they physically restrict access to certain areas. Fencing and signage. Also physical controls. They are deterrent because they send a warning or discourage entry, and preventive because they form a barrier to block unauthorized access. Outro for Section 1.1. That wraps up Section 1.1. Compare and contrast various types of security controls. We explored the 4 categories of controls: technical, managerial, operational, and physical, and the different types, like preventive, detective, corrective, and more. Understanding how each control is classified helps you think critically and choose the right tools for the right situation, which is exactly what the Security Plus exam will test you on.